this is the reason why you come here, because you want to know how you can help. So how is it that we can help? The main thing that we can do is be a resource. So you don't have to have the most technical skills. You don't have to be a wizard mathematician, because if you can give people information when they're looking for it that will help them, you have done an excellent job and should be applauded for that. So being a resource is the number one thing that we can do. Providing written material, providing access to professionals and information where people can get the skills that they need if they don't already have them. That is something that you can and will be able to do after taking this course. After we finish this course, you can recommend this to somebody, recommend the website, recommend some of the bibliography that we have given you for free here. You can look at those articles yourself and be a resource that way. You can point people into resources that have nothing to do with this. The point is that you be the one to be the connectivity to everybody else. So they'll come to you looking for help, and you should be able to provide it. So the number one thing you can do, number one thing we can do, is just be a resource. We don't have to be an expert, but we can show people the way. The next thing you can do if you have the skills is assist in skill development. You, if you have those abilities, can assist directly. You can become a tutor. You can volunteer at your spiritual center or your church or your mosque or your synagogue or your temple. You can put up, YouTube videos on instruction. It doesn't have to be, the most polished. As long as it can help somebody else, it is going to be beneficial. Aides, a lot of the instructional assistants in the classrooms are some of the best teachers, because the teachers don't have time to give one-on-one instruction to everybody in a public school classroom full of 30 students that all have their own agendas. So the teacher's aides are the ones who can go to each student, and they usually know each level. So a lot of times you'll see the teacher asking the aides, well, what is this student's level in math? I have no idea. Okay, I see this happen all the time. And the aides will be on point. Boom, boom, boom. Some of the aides will be on point. Oh, they can do this, this, and this, this. These are the skills they're missing. This is what we should be working on. We just worked on this. I already have their packet work for the next level. So if you have those skills, assist in that skill development. And the more one-on-one instruction you can give, the better. And then always remember, early intervention prevents those long-term consequences. And we've talked about some of those long-term consequences. Difficulties for those high-demand STEM careers, lower income level work, lower work productivity, and then some that we don't talk about, and it's related to reading as well. If they're building beds in prisons based on the reading levels, what do you think they're doing with the math levels? The same exact thing. So if you're not proficient in certain math areas by certain ages, people can use that data to then monetize it, whether it be affordable housing or whether it be for prisons or any other thing where people usually prey on minority and disadvantaged communities with. So keep an eye on these things and the trickery, and you can directly combat it and help by doing those three things that we just mentioned. How can you be of service? So in our active responses, we can help by advocating for blank intervention. It can prevent long-term consequences. So your options are 1, late intervention, 2, punctual intervention, 3, early intervention, or 4, tardy intervention. So take some time and think about it before you respond. Don't just say the first thing that comes to your head. And if you said